everybody. Woo! Yes, so in fact I am reading from this new book that I'm writing, and yes, and so so I'm writing about white, this kind of whiteness, this like white people, white desire to lose oneself in Thailand. Which is just pervasive, and so, and also I feel, and that how that connects to tourism, and because Thailand has not been, officially colonized by a country, but I feel like tourism is the colonizing force in the country, and so I have been researching everything you ever wanted to know about the King and I. And so I was actually super fascinated by Anna, the actual governess who went to, who taught the king's children in 1862, because she actually grew up in Bombay, India, in basically, in the working class military camps. And her mother, no one actually knows who her mother was, but it's suspected that her mother was mixed, like, Indian and British. And so the fascinating thing is that she decided that she was gonna decided that she was gonna actually become a white upper class English woman, and that's what she was gonna tell everyone she was. And so that's what everyone believed about her, right? She even told her grandchildren that she was born in England and all this stuff. She made up her whole story. And I just thought, wow, that is interesting. And then I also read Yul Brynner's his biography that his son wrote about him. And I found out that Yul is also a person that kind of like made up his own history a lot. He would just like tell people random things. He would be like, I'm descended from Genghis Khan and all this stuff. And so this idea that like Thailand is this place that enables white people to kind of like reinvent themselves is what I'm just fascinated by. So I wrote this scene, it's actually a recurring dream that Yul Brynner has, where he's meeting Anna, the real Anna, and he has this dream in like screenplay format. And so it begins with like the movie trailer voice. In a world between reality and imagination, a woman creates a fiction to cover up her past, and a man creates a character that will forever change his future. Will they become who they are meant to be? Only the romance of the dream will tell. Yul Brynner is having one of his recurring dreams. He's on stage for the 4,634th performance of The King and I. The theater is deserted. All the work lights and the house lights are on. It's hot. A traveling spotlight is trained on him. Yul paces barefoot to the proscenium. The spotlight follows. Yul paces barefoot to the screen. The spotlight follows. Yul paces barefoot to the wing stage right. The spotlight doesn't follow. Thinking he's free of it, Yul turns his back on the spot, which immediately makes a beeline for him. Yul swears he can hear the light chuckle. A large rice cooker appears stage center. Its top is open. It is clean and empty. The electric cord spills out of its side. The metal is buzzing. In the dream, the rice cooker tells Yul its name is Tiger. Yul paces up to Tiger, barefoot. Sorry, I figured out what I want to do with my phone. Okay. Yul paces up to Tiger, barefoot, exposes his chest, raises his brow, points his finger. Tiger, telepathically, wow, I'm so not impressed. Yul, emphatically, go on, go on, go on. Tiger, telepathically, okay, so, like, I'm a wormhole. I didn't show up last time you had this dream, so, like, if I were you, I'd take a ride. Yul can feel Tiger's hot breath. Tiger wants Yul to come inside. Yul gingerly inserts his bald head into the cooker. He sheds his silk jacket his silk fisherman pants, and his 2 gold anklets. The buzzing of hot metal. Yule emerges out on the other side. He's on stage again. The house lights and work lights are out. All the gels are focused on him, blinding white. He's sitting on the floor with his knees drawn up to his chin, naked and hairless. Tiger is gone. In Tiger's place is Anna, the real Anna, Annie, Harriet, Emma, Edwards, Leon Owens from The King and I. Anna is wearing a giant hoop skirt that fills 2/3 of the stage. She's wearing a strange brooch set with 2 tiger claws. She's here to teach Yule the art of acting. Anna, dismissively, "What a child you are." Yule, defensively, "I used to be a boy. What I choose is my choice." Anna, excitedly, "Do you want to pretend? Do you want to play a game of make-believe?" Backstage, the dressing rooms are filled with white underwear and metal forks, all in disarray. Anna directs Yule to go clean it up. Yule is sweating. He can't stack up all the forks perfectly. They keep slipping and falling. When Yule folds 1 pair of underwear, 3 more appear. Anna, inquisitively, "Do you want to change your name?" Yule, decisively, "People don't know my real self, and they're not about to find out." At the proscenium appears a railing. Anna and Yule lean on it and look out into the audience. Anna, reminiscing, "I came to America from the same port as the Titanic. And I..." Yule, with gusto, completing Anna's sentence, "And I am the king of Siam." Yule feels slightly ridiculous, like he's in a blockbuster movie. Anna, in the manner of good advice, "Reinvent yourself the moment you disembark." Anna directs Yule to stop organizing the underwear and forks backstage and make a living poem out of it. Instead, Yule makes a dead letter to Anna's grandmother. Yule, poetically, "Dear sleeping dictionary, won't you wake? I need to look up the word character. Army, British Bombay, where is the company? Uncle Tom, cousin Tom, husband Tom, sleeping Tom, Penang, Prince of Wales." The stage turns into a raft on the river, secured to the shore by ropes and chains. Anna, nostalgically, "I wrote my biography in 8 pages. My children believed every word of it. All it requires is that you act the part." Yule, "I pretend to be someone I want to be." Anna, "And I finally become that person, or she becomes me." Anna stares at Yule with entire singleness of eye. In 30 seconds, Yule grows a full head of hair that keeps growing down to the floor, across the stage, and into the aisles. In 30 seconds, Anna has progressed to old age and is going blind. Her dark, deep-set eyes turn into balls of hard, white wax. All right, last one. So this last one is it's me like going online because I want to get a Fulbright to go to Thailand. And I discovered that there's a podcast, there's a whole podcast, My Fulbright Life. And you can people get to go on there and talk about their experiences getting Fulbrights and stuff. So I found that there's this woman named Paige Batcher who went to get her English teaching assistantship in Thailand. And I was just fascinated by what she says in the podcast, so I wrote a sestina from what she says in her podcast. Why Thailand? I literally looked through the catalog once, and as soon as I saw the word Thailand, I knew. It's sort of a strange feeling to explain. But I went out that night and bought a culture shock book on Thailand. Read it in about 3 hours and decided that, everything about the culture, the people, the history of the place is something that I needed to explore on my own. I've never owned the place of my mother's birth. I visited there once, twice, and I want to apply for the Fulbright too. I've read literally everything white people have written about Thailand, but I wasn't prepared for the shock of being too white, too American, too, strange for Thai people. It's sort of a strange feeling for me too, Paige, that you can own the experience of being there and no one's, shocked about it. Everyone else has been to Thailand at least once. The people are so nice, and the food! I see the word Thailand written on overpriced imported coconut milk cans. Everything except my body has the mark. Your life and everything, and it changed for you, and nothing changed for me. I'm a stranger in a place I thought was mine. Lonely Planet Thailand says the kingdom of Thailand draws more visitors than any other country in Southeast Asia. Well, it's, own people are drawn to Europe, study French, and not once do they miss the virtually irresistible combination of shocking grandeur and ruin. Culture, shock works in many different ways, Paige. I pretended I couldn't speak English, tried to suppress everything non-Thai so I could, belong. Once my mother said, I've lived with strangers all my life. One more won't make a difference. I was on my own reading the word Thailand in books in order to learn about myself. But Thailand loves and accepts you without question, and I am shocked, and I don't think I will, recover ever. I want my own Fulbright life. I want to steal everything you took. The Thai title of tropical malady means strange creature, and that's what I am. Once and forever, not just once in a lifetime. I want to experience Thailand. The strange feeling of amazing shock. To discover that, everything I am, a white woman, owns. Thank you so much, everyone.